Don't let your meatloaf keep your stick on the ice and keep on keeping on. It is cold AF here in the mid-Atlantic United States, and I want some comfort food. Also, I'm having a dinner party tomorrow for some omnivores, and I am going to make classic meatloaf. Of course, I'm going to use lentils and walnuts instead of meat, but I'm making a classic meatloaf that is sure to please them all. So let's get to do it. I'm Colleen Marie. This is Create a Great Healthy Life, where I help you create a great life by eating a whole food plant-based diet. First thing we're going to do is saute up some celery and some onions and some garlic cloves. And just do the usual saute situation until they're nice and translucent. Not using oil on a whole food plant-based diet. We don't use oil. We don't bother with it. It ain't no good. Plus, when you're using onions and celery, there's so much moisture that you really don't need oil. And if you do need a little splash of water, just add a little splash of water, but I guarantee I'm not going to need it with the onions and celery. They're just super moist on their own. I'll have the recipe down below, and this was 2 ribs of celery and a half an onion, just a yellow onion, and I also used 3 cloves of garlic or 1 tablespoon of jarred minced garlic. I used the jarred minced garlic this time. It's already smelling good. Okay, so this is nice and translucent and cooked down a bit. And so we're going to take this off the heat, put this in this bowl, and let it cool down for a few minutes. So talking about meatloaf. Don't let your meatloaf keep your stick on the ice and keep on keeping on. Right? Especially this time of year. It's tough, man, when it's cold out. I know it's not cold everywhere, but it's cold where I live and dark, and these are hard days to get through sometimes. Who doesn't like a little lentil loaf to get through the day? So we're going to let this cool. Okay, my friends, so now this is cooled. And while it was cooling, I did my dishes because most of you might know this. Some of you are learning. I was learning. Clean as you go. It is key. And things are way easier to clean as you go. So there's your little PSA on that. So the cooled celery and onion, and we're going to add our tofu. My hands are totally clean, and we're going to add it in and crumble it up. Oh, I'll probably go rinse my hands again. Yeah, I mean, obviously I will. Oh, yeah. There we go. So that was about 10 ounces or a half a package of tofu, and we have how much oats here? 1 1/4 cups of rolled oats. These will all be down below in the notes section. And then walnuts, I ground these walnuts in the blender, in the little blender, like some of you might have a NutriBullet. So I ground them in there. So this is, how much walnuts is this? 1/4 cup of walnuts, finely ground. And I did make ahead of time some lentils, and I went ahead and made like 2 cups so that I have lentils for the week, but a half a cup of the cooked lentils I am putting in here. So there's a half a cup of cooked lentils. And then I've got some seasonings. This is 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning and 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. Boom. And this is 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy. So we're stirring this up. Stirry, stirry. Looks like that. Okay. We're not putting this in the blender, so we want to make sure it's really nice and mixed well, and the tofu's all broken down. No big chunks of tofu in there. All right, rinsed my dishes as I went, and now I'm ready to put this mixture into a loaf pan. I have put parchment paper in this loaf pan, and here we go. Whoa! Don't mess up. No, it's fine. There we go. Yep. So this is nice. It's got the tofu and the lentils, giving a nice bit of protein, which is great. I've been working out lately and trying to not only avoid losing muscle, but maybe even gaining some. Lifting weights. I have a home studio, as I like to call it, and I also go to a gym. And so far, so good. We're gonna tamp this down a little bit. Now let's make the tangy ketchup sauce that goes on top. So all the ingredients will be down below, but we're gonna start with 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Get in there. And 5 deglet dates. Now, PSA, swish your dates before you put them in so that you can be 100% sure that your pitted dates truly have no pits in them. And if you're using the big dates, the medjool, a couple dates. And I have spices in here. Again, the amounts will be down below. I have paprika, I have onion powder, and I have cumin. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Adding a half a cup of water. And also the dark stuff that I didn't know what it was before is the balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon, that goes with this tangy ketchup-y sauce. And I'm going to use my smaller blender, similar to what you might use on your small Ninja blender. Well, this is a Ninja also. It's just I've got the 2 sizes, the little guy and the big guy, the food processor kind of thing. I don't have a food processor yet. I just use that. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Okay, we're all blended up. We are going to put it on top of this meatloaf. Now, like I said, I'm having a dinner party tomorrow, and I am going to bake this meatloaf tomorrow before my guests come. When I have a dinner party, I like to make the food ahead of time so that the day of the party I'm just relaxed and chill, and all I got to do is put a couple things in the oven. Bada bing, bada boom. So, spreading this out. Can you see this okay? And I think I'm also going to make some of this ketchup-y type sauce for tomorrow, so folks can put it on top of their meatloaf for extra flavor. So this is what it looks like, ready to go into the oven with the tasty, tangy tomato sauce, ketchup sauce on top. All right, so it's been in here for 60 minutes on 370. Let's take it out and see how it looks. Looks good. Yep. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. We're gonna let it set for about 15 minutes. Take it out of the parchment paper, put it on a plate it up, and it's gonna be beautiful. Mmm. Mmm.
What else do you have to say?
That's fucking good as shit. That's actually good. Yeah. Thanks for joining me for making this tofu lentil meatloaf. I'm Colleen Marie. This is Create a Great Healthy Life, where we help you adopt a whole food, plant-based lifestyle so you can create a great life for yourself and others. Please, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and give a like, subscribe so you can see more, and come back again. I love you. Bye-bye.